Right, just getting a post-match interview here at the Eyrie after today's 2-1 defeat to Bedford Town in the derby. Start with you, James. Could have been possibly looking at the wrong end of a hefty scoreline in the first half, but then second half we've had a real go, and with the chances that we've passed up, we're looking at it, we're thinking we could have even won the game, let alone get something out of it. How did you see it?
Yeah, it's been a crazy weekend because the first half, like you say, they could have gone in maybe 3 or 4 goals to the good. But we stood here now thinking we've had one round of the goalkeeper at 2-1, had one put wide after a cross from the right to come over to the left. Alex has sat the goalkeeper down by mistake, I think, because the goalie slipped and he's one-on-one, he lobs it over the bar, which you'd put your house on him scoring. So yeah, it's literally gone from a game of 2 halves, I suppose, as the saying goes, from thinking, right, this could be quite a difficult one to claw back, to actually, if the laws were applied about adding all the extra time on, like I keep going on about, would have probably been at least an equaliser or more. So yeah, it was quite an interesting game, to say the least.
Skip, see, it was a difficult first half for us, and obviously to go behind so early made things difficult for us, didn't it?
Yeah, again, it's our Achilles heel. You talk about being in the game after 15-20 minutes and we keep gifting goals away. We've done the wrong thing in the wrong areas. We're looking at getting people in behind. Took too many touches. It's got taken out and it creates a foot race, and they're 11. I'm not sure what his name is. He was outstanding all game.
He was, yeah.
So he as soon as he went through, you're just thinking he just had enough about him. You just knew he was going to score. So yeah, we got to learn from it, and learn quite quickly, because that's the second game over this bank holiday weekend, and I think we've gifted all 4 goals. The second one, we've been too soft on the halfway line and haven't done the right thing again, and tried to do something that top professionals probably struggle to do. So one of those. But what I will say is there's a lot of people on social media moaning about the referees. I thought the ref today was very good. I thought he handled everything. And people are moaning about getting booked for time wasting, but he's done it today. The guy on Saturday did exactly the same. I think it's brilliant how they're doing it, because they're making people get the ball in play a lot quicker, and he's played 11 minutes, and I think if you go back to the highlights, I bet there is 11 minutes with how they were going down and rolling around and balls being disappearing, etc. So yeah, fair play to the 3 officials. We've lost, and I'm praising them because I thought they were fantastic, but we were unlucky today.
Dave, we were just talking off camera about the 2 centre halves. Obviously, Dan came in today, 17 years old, bit of a baptism of fire for the young lad from Cambridge. How do you think that he did overall?
I just thought he got better and better as the game went on. Could do nothing with the first goal. We give it away. Then he turns into a foot race with the quickest player on the pitch, which we managed to get away from him. But from that moment on, almost with every touch he got, he looked to me like he went from a 17-year-old boy to a man today. That's how well I thought he played in the second half. Immense. Some of the times he was wrapping themselves around and nicking the ball, strong. Really good. I believe the academy manager was watching today. I think he'll be pleased with what he's seen today. We've taken 4 games to take that.
He's had to be patient, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has had to be, and it's one of those. I've had that conversation with Cambridge, that if you come in and we take you on loan as a forward, it's quite easy to start you and play you. And as a centre half at 17, you're really kind of looking at it and thinking, really cope with it. First game he against Welling didn't fill us with tons of confidence. Second one against Kempson then filled us with confidence, enough for us to go, right, we'll play him in the hardest game in the league. But whatever he does for us now, he's not going to get a tougher game than Bedford Town. So to come out of that, and when there was a drinks break at one stage, I said to him, I said joking, but I said, yes, you're quite good. And it's one of those, because it's only a case of getting a smile on his face, but just got better and better. And what I liked before kick-off today was that our other Dan, because we do like to have a few names the same, but our other, yeah, Dan took him to one side. He had a chat to him. It was almost like a fatherly figure, and spoke to him. And I thought the pair of them were excellent today. I mean, they're not a fault for anything. Some of the tackles they made, some of the headers they made, some of the decisions they made were superb. So I thought the pair of them were great. And there's we probably keep that together for Sunday in the FA Cup, because that's how well they both played. So I'm really pleased with him. And I like to think that he'll, from a young lad, and who when we take him on loan, you're really hoping that they're going to flourish and give themselves an opportunity to get a pro contract. And I hope that's gone a long way to helping him. And you know, as I said, alluded to, we're probably going to end up keeping that for Sunday. He'll get another opportunity, and I hope it does him a power of good. You know, no, really pleased with him.
Just a word for Rio as well. He came off the bench in the game, and I thought he had a decent impact off the bench when perhaps some of our sort of bigger hitters were having one of their more quieter games today.
I think he's done it every time he's come on. We have a decision to go, and we have a decision with Rio to make, because he's come. I thought today, I mean, his first challenge, my God, against a guy double his size, and he's straight into it. In fact, almost to the extent where I think he kind of half nailed him. It was in the air, and he's as brave as a lion. I mean, it'll be for us three to discuss. You know, is he having a bigger impact because as teams tire, he gets through that space? Are we doing him a disservice and not starting him because he was in our box defending, he was on the edge of their box creating, he was making tackles in midfield. I mean, unbelievable energy he's given us. So again, and he's had, I don't think he's yet to not have an impact. Every time he's come on,
he played a bit more centrally today when he came on, though. He's been when he's come off the bench, he's been playing more sort of at the what. Do you think that suits him a bit more?
100%, because in the pre-season friendlies, we was always talking about him being a 10. We've started slightly different because of playing Bonnie there, and it was. I mean, Saturday he was outstanding.
Bonnie's been brilliant in that position in the air.
So that's probably his position. And today, that's exactly where we played him, and you know, wow, what a performance from him. So, again, he's another young lad that we tried. Whether we're right or wrong, we think we do the right things with these youngsters and give them their chance or opportunities. We're doing the same with Pemi up front, who was again, he led the line for us again today. And you know what we're about. You know, we're about giving these youngsters a chance. There's a potential with another one coming across from another pro club that we may give another chance to. So we, because of how we sit ourselves and being able to bring players in, we're always open to do that. And the good thing is, if they come to this club, forget me and Skip being old fellas, they're under James and Tim, who have worked at pro clubs. They know what they need. They know what we need to do with them. So they're getting the best coaching. They get two old fellas that talk pretty nice to them and may put them in a good place. And I think we're a good base for youngsters, for Steamages and Cambridge with Dan to put players with us.
James, just coming back to you. See, we lose the game, so it's obviously disappointing, but you almost go away feeling massively positive about it, despite the fact that we've lost 2 games over the bank holiday weekend, and in large portions of the game we've played really, really well, haven't we?
We have, and I think we said actually at the end to the lads, we are actually, despite the loss, very positive and upbeat. We can't wait to put it right on Sunday. 4 games in terms of league is nothing, as we know. So we've got so many positive signs, like Dave's just gone for a raft there, haven't we? Pemi, Rio, Dan. I mean, the list goes on really with players that are off that bench. So it's really exciting times. It's a weird one because you've lost, so obviously no one likes losing. But at the end of the day, when you're losing that manner and the performance that we had, particularly the second half, you can't really ask for any more.
Yeah.
So it was a shame about the result, but again, you're going in the right direction, and over time, that will turn around.
Skip, finally, Tenches turn to the FA Cup next Sunday.
Yeah.
Obviously, never ideal to go into the games off the back of defeats, but I think there's still plenty of us to feel bullish about going into that cup tie.
No, I mean, it's the FA Cup, so you could have won your last 5, and it's a one-off game. So I'm not sure how Morden did treated today, but those performances, we played 5 games now, and the last 2 performances we probably played better in those games than some of the others that we actually won. So
we've just been punished for. I mean, games like this, they're fine margins, and little moments in games can make a difference. So it's obviously important for us to try and tighten them things up, isn't it?
Well, it's how we're getting punished. If you're getting punished in the 89th minute because you're overloading, because you're trying to get something out of the game, I could accept that. I don't like 8th minute today, 15th minute on Saturday, so you're getting punished too early in the game. So you've got. I mean, we keep saying it, and they keep listening, and then they keep making the same mistakes. So we'll see. I'm quietly confident on Sunday because we're such a good group of lads. So the team we're playing is the same level as us. They'll be confident as well because we're the same level as them. So it's going to be on the day. But if we cut our mistakes out and play as we have the last 2 games, yeah, you've got to fancy it. But then they'll probably say exactly the same thing. So I'm hoping. Yeah.
So what you're saying is you're sitting on the fence, then, Skip?
As he always does. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I'm sitting on the fence, and yeah.
From what he's just said, what I've worked out from that is we might win, but so might no, which I think is very wrong.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
And I think we'll leave it there. Enjoy your evening, chaps.
Cheers, Lee.